In this video, I'm going to explain why during and after abuse and harmful relationships, you've struggled to make decisions and to trust your choices, even if you were once confident and decisive. Then I'm going to tell you how and what you can do to start building that confidence again. I'm Dee, clinical psychologist and founder of Wise Woman Studio, and I've worked with women leaving abusive relationships and harmful workplaces for more than 20 years. Most women that I work with have said some version of, I used to be capable. I used to trust myself. Now I second guess everything. They feel confused and frustrated. They blame how low self-esteem is affecting them, perimenopause, ADHD, or a bunch of other things that they think is wrong with them. And yes, hormones and neurotype may well contribute, but if you've spent a period of time in a relationship or an environment that was abusive, then your mind has been rewired and you feel like that for good reason. What matters is this: your ability to make decisions and your judgment isn't broken, but it was overridden for a long time. When someone who's supposed to care about you repeatedly questions your reality, deliberately misinterprets your intentions, or shifts responsibility onto you, your mind adapts. It becomes cautious, it double checks, it hesitates. But it's not because there's something wrong with you. It's your mind trying to make sense of two truths. On the one hand, this is what you've seen, heard, believed to be true and right. But on the other hand, this person that you care about is adamant it's not true and that you're wrong. You've probably heard the term cognitive dissonance. Now, if this happens repeatedly, rather than believe that this person is intentionally harming you, you choose the less painful option and decide that you must be the one in the wrong because then you feel like it's something you can fix. Now, if that person is also angry about your opinion, your choice or your decision, and they punish you for it, whether with aggression, with criticism, name-calling, maybe even violence, or by withdrawing their care and attention, your mind learns that to make a decision, any decision, whether big or small, is dangerous, and it becomes a threat. And so your mind adapts to survive by hesitating, second-guessing, scanning for the safe answer. But there never was a safe answer. The problem is that once this pattern is established, your mind keeps running it, even when it's no longer helping. So that even just standing in the supermarket, deciding what cereal to buy, will send your nervous system into survival, into fight, flight, or freeze. So let's talk about what actually reduces this kind of self-doubt. And no, it's not more reading or therapy or reassurance, not even from ChatGPT. This is about you relearning to trust yourself and not to resource it out to anyone else, whether human or AI, ever again. The way to undo the mindfuckery that you've been subjected to is to develop structure. So what's really happening? Mental fog feels like confusion. It's not. It's cognitive overload. Your mind is trying to predict outcomes. If I say this instead of that, he won't leave. It's trying to avoid mistakes. If I choose the right response, I'll get the promotion. It's trying to prevent conflict. If I agree with him, he won't yell at me. It's trying to protect you from being wrong again, from the threat. If I can just get this right, maybe she'll understand my perspective. But that's too many jobs for a human mind all at once and repeatedly. So the goal isn't to trust yourself more. It's to reduce cognitive strain. So here's what you can do today that'll start to help reduce the panic, the freeze, and the overwhelm the next time you're faced with a choice. Doing this will immediately reduce rumination and it'll restore your confidence over time. So action 1, the one decision rule. Limit yourself to making only one meaningful decision each day. Everything else becomes either deferred and allocated to another day, or it becomes irrelevant. Trust me, clarity of mind will follow with practice and constraint. Action 2, externalize decisions. So before acting, grab a piece of paper and a pen, or use the notes function on your phone if that's easier. And in one sentence only, write down the decision that you want or have to make. Next, give yourself no more than 5 minutes to write down every possible option or choice that you can think of, no matter how bizarre or how small it seems. Here's a tip. Always include do nothing as an option on your list because it's always an option. Now give yourself no more than 30 seconds to highlight or asterisk next to your top 2 or 3 preferred options on that list. And don't let your mind draw you into arguing here. You will always naturally be drawn to 2 or 3, so just highlight those. Action 3, go back to basics, and we're going to keep this simple. On another note or piece of paper, write down those 2 or 3 options that you highlighted. Now, next to each one, draw up either 2 columns, or if it's on your phone, leave a space underneath. Now, at the top of each of those columns, or underneath, write an addition symbol in one and a subtraction symbol in the other. Now, for each option, give yourself no more than 5 minutes total to write down everything that you prefer or like about each one of those preferred options. How would each benefit? What will it add to your life or to those around you? Now, in the subtraction column, and again, no more than 5 minutes total, but this time, write down everything that you don't like about this option. No matter how much you prefer an option, you'll always find something that you don't like, or even something neutral. Now, it might be as small as it'll cost $5 more than the other option. Regardless, write it down. Now, once you've finished both columns for each of the preferred options, look at each option as a whole. Does anything stand out to you? Is one column shorter or longer than the other? Then move on to action 4, the third person perspective. Now, with the preferred options laid out in front of you, ask yourself, based on my options, what would I advise a competent woman or my best friend or daughter to do or to choose in this situation? And write down whatever choice comes to mind without questioning it and without correction. This will bypass any kind of self-criticism and accesses your intact reasoning. Then the final step, the easiest. Don't skip this. It is also the most challenging. Action 5. I call it the rabbit out of the hat trick. So the choice you wrote down, the one that you'd advise your friend to do, that's your choice. Write it down again on another page or note, and then underneath it, write down why this choice matters to you. Not anyone else, not your ex, not your boss, your parents, your kids, just you. Then close the notepad or the phone app. Your decision is made. Don't revise it later. This will reduce hindsight self-attack, and it rebuilds an external record of your competence in making your own decisions and choices that will build over time. That's it. Practice this as often as you can, and in time, your confidence will grow and the trust in yourself will come back. That trust to make decisions and choices that are your own. Whether they're right or wrong is opinion only. Each decision is data and information that you'll gather, and it'll help you to make the next decision. And in time, you won't need to do this at all. If you have any other suggestions or ideas that have worked for you in reducing that analysis paralysis that can strike women after leaving harmful relationships, I'd love for you to add it to the comments so that other women can benefit from your wisdom. If you take anything from this video, I hope it's that you remember that when your thinking feels unreliable, it's because it's been under pressure, not because it's defective. If you found this video helpful, I expand on it in the Reclaim Self program, where I explain how coercive dynamics reshape thinking and how to restore autonomy safely. And if you're interested, the link is in the description. This video is just a stabilising step after abuse and harm. You're very welcome to join me for more by subscribing to this channel. Take care.